When that monkey, not that, that might give you life advice. Get some money, 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 get some money.
One of the great venues to watch a game in any sport, and one of the best home crowds in any sport, Soldier Field in Chicago. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Green Bay Packers and the Chicago Bears. Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
Very short kick taken right at the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Coleman. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Back to throw, Pickett. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett.
And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Kenny Clark, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the... And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got a man complete.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Throwing now is Rodgers.
Eyes the crossing route and hits Watson.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On play action, it's Rodgers. Try to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Matthew Adams. And the Bears are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Pickett, he'll look to throw it. Makes a catch off the tip by the safety.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the second time. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now they've got to build another drive. And
he's got a man complete. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year.
And the Packers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
Prater for the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Very short kick taken right at the 20. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. See if they can do better here on this drive.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Here's Pickett. Locates Mooney on the out route.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 11 yards for number 11. First down, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
The Bears at 1-9 now on the year, and whatever promise they had to start the season fully evaporated now as they come in losers of 6 straight.
Well, you know what they often say, winning breeds winning, but unfortunately...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. So problems with Aaron passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and he can't do it all on one.
And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack.
And the Bears are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
Well, to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Pickett back to throw.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there at 22. Rodgers now on first down.
This is caught. It's Christian Watson.
And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Rodgers going to throw.
He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers.
2 touchdown passes now here in this first quarter for Aaron Rodgers.
And the Packers have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead.
Extra point good by Prater. And it's now 14-0. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away.
It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They go back to the air here after the INT of the last drive. And he is going to lose yardage here. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14, Bears nothing.
To throw again on second down.
Pickett.
The throw to the left side caught by Coleman. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 3.
Now Pickett.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got a man complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And to be honest, this first half hasn't been anything they'd be really proud about. So they needed something like this to change their fortunes. Now they need to make sure they finish this one off, not just with points, but with a touchdown.
From the gun, it's a handoff to Coleman. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. So after the loss of a yard, they look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
But it's intercepted. They got Pickett for the 3rd time in this game.
Picked off by Darnell Savage. The 20. Then into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
Wow, this one, it is getting out of hand early. They add a pick 6 to the ledger now. 3-score lead still in the first half.
And all that celebrating that you see and hear from those defenders, it's not just because they scored a touchdown on a pick 6. It's because they're pitching a shutout in this one. Every defender's dream.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here,
then his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Darnell Savage.
And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw there complete to Allen.
And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's 2nd down. Rodgers now to throw.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Rodgers.
He'll complete this one to Watson.
They'll wind up getting just a yard, and that's going to make it 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes.
And the Packers are able to add on to their first-half lead.
Prater for the extra point, and it is 28-0. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. Fair catch taken right at the 10-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 10-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmaker.
And now here is another interception. And you have to wonder, Charles, in a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because
he's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers.
4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers.
And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point good by Prater. And a rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This one taken just inside the 10. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Coleman on the draw. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11.
On 2nd and 11 now.
Pickett
Packer pressure, and down he goes. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
On 3rd down, here's Coleman. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. 36 yards on the punt with no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Buying time. Now look out. Rodgers lost the football. And fortunately, the offense will cover this one up back at the 5-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. On 2nd and a long way to go. Rodgers, a nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd. Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throwing deep for Stewart. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this will be touchdown inside the 20. They'll spot it at the 18-yard line. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. He finds Watson. It's caught. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. On play action, Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And that is incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers.
Over the middle here, it's hauled in by Watson. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. He finds his target, Allen.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers.
He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers.
Aaron Rodgers on fire. His 5th touchdown pass of the ball game.
And the Packers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Prater for the extra point, and it is 42-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
They'll start out on the ground with Coleman.
And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Pickett will look to throw it here.
Here's Johnson with a reception. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Off play action. Pickett.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Quay Walker came through to make the sack.
Throwing on 2nd and long.
Pickett.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Back to throw, Pickett.
And this one is incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
Throwing deep for Stewart. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 41 yards. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw.
That's taken in by Watson.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
2nd down and 3.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers throwing deep for Stewart. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Rodgers again now. It's brought in by Harris.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that
touchdown.
Christian Watson.
32 yards.
And the Packers have got it on cruise control.
Now Prater to add the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Makes the score Packers 49, Bears nothing.
So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Looking downfield for Jones. And my goodness, another interception. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
Touchdown, Packers.
Well, familiar refrain. A turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this third quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away.
Very short kick taken right at the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with this 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
The Bears on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And some space here. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Pickett to throw on 1st down.
And now here is another interception.
And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Now a play fake. Rodgers.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down.
On play action. Now Rodgers. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Malik McDowell able to run him down for a 15-yard loss, and it will be 4th down.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking, but to me it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack.
We're certainly not going to see a better punt than that. Definitely taking a chance, because if that thing clips the pylon, it comes out to the 20, but instead it goes out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Just a gain of a couple there, and that'll make it 2nd down. Coleman will try up the middle. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on for the 5th time here today. Now a fair catch taken, maybe a yard or 2 shy of midfield. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. Here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Rodgers now on 1st down. And this is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Give him 30 yards there. Now Rodgers. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown reception.
And the Packers are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter.
Extra point good by Prater. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away.
This is taken just shy of the 10.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
That's complete right side to Kmet.
And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. A handoff, Coleman between the tackles. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Open man is Kmet, the tight end.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And he will have the Bears 1st down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 5 now.
Pickett.
He's got a man, complete. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, CD, you and I do a lot of games together, but it is pretty rare that we do a game of this margin. I mean, this has just been total domination from start until now, and I don't think they're going to take their foot off the gas at this point.
Do you think that on the sideline, some jokester said to one of his teammates, maybe a few of them, hey, we're up 50. Why not go for 100? You think maybe that line was uttered on the sideline? I can't believe what we're seeing here. An NFL game this lopsided.
And Rodgers intercepted a third time.
Kyler Gordon picks it off.
Well, they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
On the ground, it's a handoff to Coleman.
86 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Pickett now on first down.
Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now they hand off to Coleman, and he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line.
Pickett, 4th down, desperation time.
And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get him with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. On the slant, he'll get it to Jones.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. Now leaving with just one remaining in this 4th quarter play.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Coleman now. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
And CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about here, but it may be cliche, but give them credit for this. They've continued to fight and scratch and claw, and they get the touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And I'm okay with that cliche, all right? Maybe it'll alleviate the sting a little bit because at least they can look in the mirror and realize they fought all the way through. Horrible game for them, not one they'll want to remember, but at least they'll keep their heads up and have some pride when they leave this stadium.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the fourth. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Rodgers looking to throw. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And he's got it inside the 10. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing.
I just scraped it off the top, got it out the road, out the curve, out the block.